Principal here from ThirstGym.com, and today we're going to talk about the clean progressions for weightlifting. All right, today I'm going to talk about the clean progressions that we use here at Thirst. So we're going to talk about some different positions and then what we mean by power and hang and all the other different terms that you might hear. Full disclosure though, I am not the world's best weightlifting coach, okay? This is not my area of expertise. I use weightlifting to help athletes improve their sports performance. I have competed one time. I interned and learned underneath Will Fleming of 1 kilo. I love Will, great dude. Everything that I'm showing you here today, I learned from Will firsthand when I interned underneath him. I'm sure he's changed stuff. It's been a decade since I've done that internship, but I'm willing to bet a lot of the stuff is still the same that he uses. So if you want a lot of really in-depth clean information, I'm gonna push you towards my guy Will. He's the guy to trust there. But I'm gonna walk you through everything I need for this particular video and how we coach stuff with our interns, coaches, and athletes. So, to first discuss things with the clean, we want the bar in our hip crease here, and we want our hands wide enough that we can make sure that we're in that crease, okay? Now, I want you to notice that this is what I call position 1, okay? This is what I've learned from Will as position 1. This is in the hip crease. My shoulders are back behind the bar. I'm not over the bar. I'm actually back behind the bar. My knees are soft. My feet are flat. I'm in a good position. You notice I can kind of bounce around here, okay? I can feel my quads just a little bit, okay? This is my position 1. Now, if we do position 1 work, what we're trying to emphasize more than anything else here is to get this triple extension and then pull ourselves underneath the bar. So from here, pull underneath and catch, okay? Now, where you catch is going to be your power and your regular clean. So if I've got a position 1 power clean, I'm gonna go from here, boom, landing in power position. So here, extend, boom, landing in power. Now, if I gotta hang clean from position 1, that's here, I'm dropping all the way down to go get that bad boy. Don't have my weightlifting shoes on, not warmed up, not very pretty, right? So that's the first thing I want you to understand here. Power position, here. Hips are well above knees. We're in a powerful position in terms of like athletic performance. Catching full, I'm actually catching it down in the squat position. Now, from the position standpoint, position 1 is here. I teach a top-down approach, so this will be the top, position 1. Position 2 is going to be above my knee, and then I will specify, if I need them below the knee, position 2 below the knee. Otherwise, position 2 is always above. I'll talk about why here in a second. Position 2 below, and then position 3 is from the floor, or just a clean or power clean from the floor. So, let's go into that a little bit deeper now that we've got our position 1 figured out here. Position 2, what we're gonna do to find that is since I'm leaning backwards, now I'm just gonna hinge, let the bar come down my thighs, shoulders are over the bar, okay? I'm over the bar, my feet are still flat. Basically all I did from a side position here, all I did was from here, push my hips back, and my back is still flat, my feet are still flat. I can feel my heels and the inside part of my feet, and I'm in a good position over the bar. So when I have to go to position 1, if I'm pulling from the floor, I'm scooping underneath to then get my extension. Hopefully you can see that good smooth transition here. Above the knee, scooping underneath here, and then go. So if I'm going from position 2 with a power here, position 1, position 2, scoop, boom, power position. Sorry if I hit the mic there. Here, down, boom, okay? Now, as we go to pull and keep that bar in close, we want it 1 inch or super close. A cue I like to use with most of my athletes is like you're shaving your chest, okay? If you're shaving your chest with that barbell, you're coming here, elbows are staying high, okay? Now, position 2 below the knee, so I'm in position 1, position 2. To get below the knee, all I'm gonna do is squat. Notice that? That's just a little squat from here to here. That's all it's changing. My knees are still out, everything's the same. Here, scoop, pull, catch, okay? In position 3, we'll be all the way from the floor. I don't have any weight on here, but position 1, position 2, 2 below the knees, 3 here. So push, scoop, underneath, catch, okay? Now, the reason I like to think here, I like to think about a leg press, okay? Best way I was taught by Will was you're gonna leg press that weight to here, scoop underneath, keep it close, triple extend, boom. Land in power position or in your regular clean position. So, brief recap in case you need here. Position 1, at the hip crease, knees are slightly bent, shoulders are behind the bar. Position 2, we're going down, right above the knee. All I'm doing to get from here to here is a giant hinge, okay? Feet are still flat, quads are still engaged, my shoulders are now over the bar. To get to the knees, mini squat, knees stay out. Here I'm below the knees, notice that my angle here is wider, and then to get to the floor would be here, down, squat. That way I get that big first push from my quads, scoop underneath, use my glutes, hamstrings, extend, catch as needed. Now, some cues that I've found that have helped many of my athletes. I talked about shaving the chest. I talked about the leg press. I've also heard it called you're riding an elevator and then you go through a slide, okay? You're coming through the elevator, out the slide, okay? The other thing you can do here is you want fast feet, okay? Got this from Coach Garrett at Crown Point. His big thing's how fast? That fast, okay? 2 snaps is how fast you want to move to get underneath that bar. So if I'm here, I'm going here, boom. I want to hear those feet, extend, go. Obviously a little bit harder for me to do without any kind of weight, right? But when we move, we want to move with intent. Boom, 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 right as we go. As soon as you go, everything you've got, get underneath that bar. Another cue that you'll hear a lot from the above the knees or the hang position here will be you're going to hear jump up and jump down. So what that means is from the barbell here, I'm going to jump up vertically with the barbell. That's going to give me that triple extension, but then it's going to teach me to jump down to go under and catch the bar. I'll be here, boom. I actually want to try to drop my level as fast as I can because the lower I can catch that bar here, right, the less I have to pull it up to catch it, okay? So if you're doing a full clean, the goal is to basically get rock bottom, damn near it. You see a lot of professional weightlifters, their ass is literally on the ground. The goal is to get underneath that barbell, and the way that I was kind of taught was if that barbell basically gets past your belly button, you're pulling too much with your arms, and you're leaving weight on the table because you should be able to get in a front rack position and about the same area as your belly button. Again, these are obviously professional weightlifters, but it gives you something to shoot for and understand for of what your position should be. The other final thing here that I'll give you is along that shave the chest thing, also you want your final position to be like a scarecrow, okay? You're leading with your elbows on your toes in this position. So we want to make sure we're here. That way whenever I actually go to jump underneath it, everything can roll and I can actually get there and catch the barbell. Some quick troubleshoot things that you might find. If the bar is going forward, okay, you've usually hit the bar with your hip contact too much and not tried to rein it in and the barbell is just going forward. So usually you'll see that in the snatch as they'll go here and the snatch will then like loop around them. You don't see it as much in the clean, but if you're pushing this way, the reason you're having to jump forward to go get it is if your hip hits it and knocks it too far out, now you've got to jump forward to catch it, or you're not keeping the barbell close enough, you're leaving it out here, and so when it comes time to catch it, now you have to jump your body forward to go catch that barbell. But usually what happens when people do that is they'll catch it like this because the barbell is way out in front of them and they're gonna move their body the least amount of possible to catch that, right? If I've got 100 kilos on here, trying to go from here to here with 220 pounds is gonna be really hard. So I'm gonna try to use my arms to brace that and catch that. That's where a lot of people have issues when they catch. So if your barbell is forward in the clean, you're either hitting it too hard and the barbell is then getting out in front of you, or you're just not meeting the barbell enough and you're leaving it. A good example here with the barbell, people will clean and leave it out here, okay? That's why the scoop is so big, and it's better than going boom like this because you're knocking the bar forward. You'll see professional weightlifters hit here, but what they're doing is they're hitting and pulling the bar into them, not hitting and letting the barbell go out from them. Big, big difference. One, in terms of what's going to happen to the barbell, but also the level of weightlifter, and they understand how they're going to use that to receive the barbell. Again, you're usually not going to catch the barbell too far back in the clean, so I'm not even going to address that. But those are most of the troubleshoot issues that I see. If your hands are down, you might need to work on lat mobility, some wrist mobility. But for most people, if you can front squat, that's going to be the ultimate test. If you can front squat in a clean position like that, you can catch the barbell. Okay, I'm a really bad example, but even I can catch the barbell in this position because I have enough lat mobility to get there, right? So if you have issues with that, you need to front squat in that position. You need to do some mobilizations to get on that front rack position because you don't want to catch the barbell like this. This is going to end in wrist, hand, elbow issues all the freaking time. You got to relax your hand a little bit, let that barbell sit in the crease of your fingers. Understand that this is an okay place to be. There's nothing wrong with being here because as you go down, then you can go down and you can reset your hook and all that kind of stuff. So I think I've kind of babbled long enough here. The other thing I'll tell you from a clean perspective is as a weightlifting movement, this is used as a power exercise, okay? You shouldn't be doing 10 reps of cleans. Now, I also like complexes to where we'll do them at different positions, right? That's totally okay. But the big thing here is that I really don't like to go over about 5 reps of anything. 6 if I'm doing a complex where I might do, 2 clean pulls, 2 clean catches, 2 front squats. That's probably my 6 reps, right? So it kind of depends here. But generally the lower the reps, the better in terms of what you're trying to get. 2 to 3 reps is pretty normal. And then we crank the sets up to get that practice because it is obviously so highly technical. We want to make sure we're fresh at every single set that we go to do to optimize that. The last final thing I'll talk about real quick are pulls, okay? High pulls, so clean high pulls, would be, if it was a hang clean high pull, it would go from the hang here up. Up here, okay? Now, if it's just a clean pull, then I would go here, pull and let go. Here, pull and let go. Barbell's probably going to get to usually around belly button chest height at the absolute most. Anything else, it starts to become a high pull where we actually use our arms to do it. Clean pulls, it can be a hang clean pull like that, or it can just be a clean pull from the floor here, or it can be a high pull from the floor, okay? Really, you just got to know those terminologies that a regular clean pull is just here. You're not using your arms. High pull is actually going to use the arms. You're going to simulate that you're going to do the whole thing. You're just not going to get underneath and catch it, okay? So that's going to wrap up the video today. I've spoke long enough. If you've watched it all the way through, I really appreciate you doing that. I kind of went into a lot of depth here on just the cleans and how we do it. If you got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. We're happy to help you out. Thanks. Have a great day.